I think in order to appreciate the person who's sitting in front of us, we have to start way back, right? And you've had, for people who know, you've had a very diverse experiences across various industries, going from the medical field to events and festivals to where you are now. What initially sparked that entrepreneurial spirit, especially during your time in Miami?
I don't know, man. It's like I've always had the hustle in me, you know. Like I've worked corporate jobs, you know. I've been in the medical field where I did medical device sales, but like I always wanted to be in the streets, man. Like, you know, I'm not even gonna lie to you.
In the good way,
in the good and bad way.
It's Miami though.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. People look at me and be like, "Man, this guy has a great life," but it's not what you think, you know. People don't understand what we went through to get to this point, you know. Like I said, I had corporate jobs, like making good money, but like I couldn't get away from the streets. You know what I mean? Right. And my friends used to always be like, "Yo, man, you need to get out of here. Like, go to your country in the Middle East and just get out of here because you're gonna get killed." You know? And they're like, "You don't need to be doing this." Like, and it's true. I didn't need to be doing it. Right. I just loved it so much. Like, I got 2 older brothers, you know, but we're like night and day, bro.
Right.
You know, they're like, you know, they got their schedules, they got their everything's lined up. For me, it's like, where am I gonna go hustle today? You know, it's like.
So you're basically causing everybody gray hairs and anxiety in the house.
Nah,
right?
no, because I kept it private. Like my family never knew what I did.
Really?
Yeah, man, they never knew what I did, bro. And it's like.
So when they ask, like, "Yo, what does Fadie do?" Like, Fadie does this.
He does
that.
everything.
You were doing everything.
Because so like my parents, you know, migrated from Palestine to Spain.
Oh, okay.
And my 3 older brothers were born in Spain.
Oh, really?
And they lived there for like 10 years or something. And then they left Spain and moved to a small city in Florida called Belgrade. It's right outside of Miami.
Okay.
And that small city, it's known for its agriculture. It's like her soul is her soil. That's like the slogan for the city because like the soil is so rich, and that's where they used to grow the sugar cane. It was like the highest or like the most sugar cane produced in the United States. And so what happened was like back in the day they used to bring all the Jamaicans to cut the sugar cane by hand.
Wow.
And all my uncles and aunts, we owned this one street called Avenue A. And it's like there was like 40 stores on this one street, and all my uncles and aunts, including my father, had stores there, and every single one of them sold the same merchandise. All the stores, no, so I'm serious. They all sold the same merchandise, right? And the reason is because these Jamaicans would get dropped off every Friday. Like their labor camp buses would drop them off on this one street, and they would have like a couple, like 2-3 hours to just shop as much as they can to send back to their families in Jamaica. So like they would literally go from store to store, seeing who's going to give them a better price. So like all my uncles and aunts were competing with each other. Like, no, don't go to him. I'm gonna give you cheaper. You know what I mean? But we all sold the same shit. And so I was like probably. I was probably like 7 or 8 years old, you know? And so like my mom would give me a little box, and all my other cousins were doing the same thing as me. So my uncles and aunts were competing with each other in the stores, and me and my cousins were competing with each other in the streets. So our parents would give us a little box, like a box for the working boots.
Right.
And they would fill it up with everything that cost $1, like nail clippers, stickers. Back in the day, they used to have blank cassettes called TDK, 60-minute and 90-minute, where you can record what you want and then you send it to your family, and you know they can hear your voice. You know what I mean?
OG DVR.
Yeah. So like everything that cost $1, so we fill up our box, and me and all my cousins are in the streets between all these Jamaicans selling everything for $1. You know, we come back to the store, box is empty. We give our parents a whole like a stack of ones, and then we go back again. So I was hustling since like I was 7, 8 years old, man.
Crazy.
And
That's crazy, man.
And then when Jamaican season was over and they started bringing the machines in, our families made so much money. They all kind of retired and went back to like Palestine and built their homes and just retired there. And then what happened is we left that business and got into the urban wear, like the Sean John, Fat Farm, Rockaware, all that stuff, you know?
guys were the down south Dr. J's.
Yeah, for sure. So everyone left that small city and went out to like all parts of Miami, Atlanta, New Orleans, and started opening up urban stores. And back in the day, there was a convention in Vegas called the Magic Show where they go there and order all their clothes. So we got into the urban business, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna open a store like all my cousins because our families don't believe in anyone on the register. So we had to be in the store open and closed 7 days a week.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
And I'm like, man, that's no life. Like what happened is they graduate from high school. Their parents have an arranged marriage for them. They get married, open up a store, and their lives are done.